I just finished watching The Beekeeper on Amazon Prime. Anyways, Jason, this is one of your best movies. It really is. Um, as far as action movies go, this is one of the best ones. It really is. Uh, because action movies can become formulaic and dull. You get desensitized to the violence and the what else do I want to say? Oh, the violence and the it's escaping me right now. There's this not ultra violence, not ultra violence. Um, but this I love the thematic plot points, and of course, obviously, I don't like that the mother, um, comes to her own end. I'm not going to spoil it. Um, and it goes to show that even intelligent people within law enforcement agencies are just people, right? And I love the line. I love the line uh, that the beekeeper says. Again, on Clay, right? I almost forget the name of the character. Um, he says that no one is untouchable, and he's right. No one is above the law, even me, right? Even the prime minister is not above the law because there is a moral obligation by every single person within the social contract to do good by other people. And as someone who has been in public service before and has volunteered my time, hours upon hours, for this community, I create art primarily for myself because I love the art that I create. But I know that there's going to be some sort of impact thereafter because if you don't fight for what you love, then there is going to be no one there to fight for you, and no one will have a reason to love you because you're not contributing, and you're hoarding, and you are filled with greed and misguided by drugs and misguided by power, because absolute power corrupts absolutely, and even educated people are corruptible. Even even I am corruptible. Now, no one, again, this is the thing, no one starts out being evil. So, the Queen Killer, or whatever it is, rises through the beehive to kill the queen because she's not producing fruitful offspring. And here's the thing, is that, again, when the hive is unbalanced, when the society is unbalanced, and then the cleaners come in. The trash bin, the recyclers, the mechanics, the creative people that take trash and turn it into gold. This is that's urban revitalization. After the gentrification pushes out all of the people that keep the community alive, They keep the hive alive. I love the references in here. Thank you so much. It's I find it hilarious, but everyone thinks that, especially within the Creative Commons or the Creative Union, right? That there's inside jokes, and references to certain people within this creative community, and I love those. Those are I find it, it's entertaining to me because yes, you can get a little bored of mutilating people all the time. And as someone that has been in very stressful situations, and again, I think back to the bear. I think back to the corpse, the whole bear story near Winnipeg, right? My clearest recollection of memory is that it was an animal, and it was on the road, lying across, perpendicular to the car, and that was a traumatic event. I was going, I don't know, over 100. It was 11 p.m. I was so tired, I was fatigued. And I may or may not have been driving without insurance because of the pressures. The man that was with me didn't have any money. He didn't have any tools. It was during COVID. And by the time that something is in your headlights at night, at that speed, you're going to run over it. And so I ran over it, made the car hop, But it haunts me. It haunts me to think that might have been a person. There's just some things, acts of God within my own life that I'm still trying to come to grips with and still trying to understand. And I've done nothing but try to stop people from killing themselves. And to try to stop people from getting involved with different gangs and different associations because they were throwing their lives away at that point in time. You don't know that you're throwing your life away. You don't know the consequences of your actions or the drug abuse. But then 10 years down the road, you're a broken person and you can't sleep at night because you did too much cocaine and you wanted to talk to the machine elves. But the reality is that, well, there's people on the ground that got to put the footwork in. Or in other terms, there's people out there that have to do the wet work. And it's not pleasant. The final fight scene against the South African. Again, that was a great showdown, but it's uncomfortable. I don't like getting into fights because it's unsanitary. And I'll tell you that when I was taking Taekwondo and I got into a sparring match and someone kicked me in the head, I laughed at them. I thought it was hilarious. I remember certain moments. Okay, so when I'm doing my I think it was for my green belt Poomsae, in absolute focus, without interruption, from beginning to end, without a single mistake. It scared the shit out of my blue belt. Anything and everything can be a weapon. You don't need guns to kill people. And sabotage Sabotage is covered by incompetence, the label of incompetence. And industrial sabotage and espionage happens every single day within this country. Every single day. So what do? You have to follow the money. You have to clean the cancer out. You have to cut the cancer out. So what am I doing, right? I'm cutting out the cancer. I'm cutting out the suicidal behavior as best I can. Because suicide is cancer. It spreads the grief to everybody else. And that's what, I don't like about this movie and these scenarios, but I sympathize with people that are in these positions because they've been tortured to the point and no one wants to listen to them. They've been tortured to that precipice, that moment where they are so fucking stressed out that the only option is to blow your brains out or slit your wrist or take a bunch of pills because no one gives a shit about you. No one believes what you say because they can't conceptualize an existence or an action like that. Why would you do that? And then the other thematic elements, like the tech bros, okay? And how easy it is to scam someone. And I'm personally affected. Like this movie resonates with me. Powerful people frequently are the most violent and deceptive people on this planet. The thing is that they don't do the violence themselves. They get someone else to do it. And I say to you out there, say you're facing retirement from the military or something like that, and you don't know what to do, right? You go through the transition services. Oh, we're going to soften you up so that you can be around civilians, so that you can go off reservation and we don't have to put a leash on you. Attack dogs don't know why they're attacking someone. They just know that that's their job, is to attack them. And this is why I don't worship policemen. I don't worship first responders. I don't worship the military. Because I've been wronged by this community too. I'm fucking one of you. That's a shame. That's a real shame. But then again, the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. We live in an era of decentralized intelligence and decentralized networks of people with a common goal. And it's never been more complicated to track down the perpetrators of these crimes. And we'll say it like it is. They're crimes against humanity. Because they believe themselves to be superior. Superior and secure. Superior. What a word. Just fucking made that up. Who are the most valuable people within society? Are they the people that do the actions, or are they the people that inspire the actions? Follow the money, right? Money is the root of all evil. And when you pursue riches and you pursue power, your end will be by those means. I should have gone to Harvard. But I don't think I would have been able to stand the people that I would have been around. And I was around, at Trent and at Fanshawe, around people that are heirs to multi-million-dollar fortunes. billion-dollar fortunes. You don't know that when you're there. It's not like people talk about it, about their finances, because smart people don't talk about their finances in public. It's not the man that's holding the gun that you need to be concerned about. It's the man who orders the man to hold the gun that you need to worry about. This is where, the ethical questions come into play. Because a lot of the time, when you make a choice like that, there's so much blowback because of who and whom that person whom you executed or that you canceled happens to be associated with, that it blows up in your face, and rightfully so, because you were arrogant enough to think that you were superior and that you were more secure than that person. But true power is the ability to survive, no matter what the cost. And big players that use big chess boards and use other people as chess pieces, that's a problem that I cannot ignore. Especially when it comes to education and the arts. This is why I like this movie. This is why I like movies like this. A similar one would be, well, John Wick. There's a reference to John Wick in here. And to Layer Cake, even. Guy Ritchie. I like Guy Ritchie's movies. I do. Now, I think that's all about all I'm going to say about this movie right now. Because I want you to watch it. Money is the root of all evil. And I'm starting to see, commercials and promotions on Amazon when it's a paid service. But the thing is that pirates don't give a shit about that. No plea for sympathy. Oh, please don't pirate this movie. The credits. So these are all the people that worked on it. But then again, the publishers, the labels, and the studios, they themselves can and do become evil because of the demands of profit. Anyways, great movie. Thank you for making it. And don't give up. We never know when our next masterpiece is going to happen. We don't know when the next love of our life is going to happen. Just keep trying, Just keep trying. Don't give up. Life is a lot more challenging and longer, well, simultaneously in a dichotomy, both shorter and longer than what we think it is. So may we live to see the next day. Just don't sell yourself for people that don't appreciate you. Don't sell yourself into slavery or consign yourself to a slow death just to torture other people. especially for power. Thanks for watching.